Why do you do it, Panty Boy? You had one job, you knew that. Panasonic S1H II, Sony A7S III killer. Here we are, finally, destroyed you. Panasonic IBIS, Panasonic colors. Take that, you're done, Sony. Instead, you confuse us. You shoot our raccoons in the knee. I don't get you. I do believe you had a meeting about it. It was a long time ago. That's all we know for sure. All right, fellas, thanks for joining me today. I think we should take a little break. Making a camera, it's kind of hard, isn't it? It's not really fair, Sony with their tech, Canon with their colors. I think we should stop. Let's just give up. Come on, boss, we believe in you. You can do it. If anyone can make the best camera ever, it's you. The S1H II, it's coming. You're gonna make it. Come on. Sure, we're going the ways of Olympus. We're almost out of business, but let's give it one last shot. I don't have it in me, Johnson. We have the best stabe in the business, and no one wants our stuff. I'm sick of it. I will not release another camera, not today. Not gonna happen. Things are always windy before the dawn, is what my grandfather used to tell me. It'll be fine. You gotta pick yourself up off the grass and put one foot before the other, and eventually you're walking. Come on, you gotta have something in that back pocket of yours. I know you. You're right, Johnson. Let's give it one last shot. I've been working on something. Listen to this. We almost matched the Sony A7S III for $300 less, but better stabe. Haha, April Fools. Funny, but like, what do you mean? That camera's 5 years old. It did 4K 120, HD 240 with autofocus, amazing dynamic range. Like, what did you really make? Not only can we also do 4K 120 with slight crop, we have these dynamic range boost modes that you can't use with 4K 120, but you wouldn't believe the stabilization here. I was kind of expecting like a Sony A7S III killer with the S1H II, and you were gonna do 6K 120, 4K 480 frames per second, something like that, crazy, ultra dynamic range boost modes, airy level colors. You chose to put none of those things in the camera, and I have to kill you now. Johnson, I will leap out of the grass onto your neck in about 0.3 seconds flat. You have 8 minutes to explain yourself before I kill you first and your whole family. Okay, that's a lot of time, but basically in a nutshell, we already have 4K 120 and HD 240. Someone has to move beyond that at some point. It should have been you. Apparently you don't even autofocus above 150 frames per second. Stacy, that shotgun, point it at our good friend now. Stacy, calm down. Don't you think of it. Don't listen to him. Don't shoot. Why you? Okay, I see it turning towards me. What are you doing? I made your first camera. It was a Kodak. Come on, don't shoot me. Ow. She shot me.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So we're on the Canon R5 II, of course. Only a couple dollars more than this new Panasonic release. And we're doing 8K 60 raw over here. Not right now, but I could do it. So Panasonic S1II and the S1IIe, for some reason, they're not different enough. What are we doing? But we'll get to that. It seems on paper, very beautiful camera. Class leading in some areas, class trailing in others. This is my opinion. As a camera freak who like has so much gas, I'm just trying to buy things all the time. What could I test for this? Is this on my radar? Well, let's get to the spec sheet. I'll just go to Panasonic's website to find it. Oh, it's not even on your site. You have the worst marketing team in existence. What do you, there's no camera. I go to Panasonic.com. I want to see the full specs. I can't even find it. You haven't released it on your own site. And so I have to go to some leak on Weibo. What the hell is that? So when you go to Weibo, whatever the hell that is, you find like 15 pages of codecs. And I'm just like, why is there so many options? I get that, like, it's cool, we'll give the kitchen sink and you can pick and choose and You can make your own list of the 900 different options that you can film in, but I hate having too many choices. Like, why is there 17 brands of mayonnaise? When you go to pick some, it's like, oh, here's avocado oil. This is a little sriracha in there. Leave me alone. Just have one normal tasting and one spicy. We don't have to do this. Like, it's too many. I'm annoyed. And it's not going to be like Canon that's all color coded and you just pick raw, boom, 8K there, boom, 24p. It's like all very nice and neat. This is just a long list. Now the positives could be that you have now the most dynamic range of any mirrorless type camera. I don't know that you even match my C70, which does the DGO that you're trying to do up to 4K 60. You're not even letting us do that. But okay, say I'm just doing this bullshit shot. That might clip less. And there could be more shadow details in the books behind me that I haven't read. But truly, cinema junkies, we crave the dynamic range, and now Panasonic's giving us full frame with the dynamic range boost. So like, that's cool. You might be class leading. You'll have like a nice cinematic look as long as you don't move the camera, because your rolling shutter turns into jello hell once you turn that thing on, and it can't be in slow-mo. So it's just, if you want to film something static, it's gonna be like great, like talking head videos out in nature on the Pana with a Leica lens. It writes itself, like good stuff. I don't know why I always focus on the negative for camera releases, but I'm about to for the rest of the video. Because I would just want to save you from yourself. You're thinking, oh, Panasonic just released a camera. I'm gonna pre-order it through my affiliate links. Thank you. But hold on now. Do you know that it does not even match the Sony A7S III in its 10% crop of 4K 120p? You have some weird, it's confusing, I don't know. DP Review says it's a 14% crop. Some say it's 17. Gerald says it's 25. Nobody knows. It's not on your site. That's for damn sure. You don't even want to sell it. So like, we don't know how much that crops or why, because this is using basically the Z6III sensor. And if you do the math comparison on that one, you're literally spending $1,011 more. I don't know math. It's 1,100 was probably the proper. It's more money, isn't it? It's a new wave of hybrid style, like Sony A7 IV series, Nikon Z6 series. But in that series, when you're competing with the Nikon Z6 III, Nikon does 6K 60 raw. You do 6K 60 not raw at all. So like, already Nikon's better than you. Same sensor, Nikon raw. Probably a red raw firmware any second. You do 4K 120 without a crop in weird letterbox modes, or you can do APS-C. Nikon's APS-C crop in 4K 120 is glorious. It's very sharp and it's raw. Did I mention that? You can't do raw anything. You're doing ProRes RAW, can't edit in DaVinci. I thought you were in an alliance with Blackmagic. That's a lie. It's your first lie. And then Nikon does HD 240, which is class leading, a 5% crop, but that crop somehow like oversamples it or something. It's very sharp, better than this, I think. I'd like to do a side-by-side, but I will never buy the Z6. So like, it's very good. Panasonic, you do 240p as well. But unfortunately, you're in the same caveman mindset where you turn off autofocus again. How the hell are we still doing this? The Fuji XS10 did 240p with autofocus. How are we? You're the only one. What is your karma in the universe that you have such autofocus troubles, this company Panasonic? Like, all the contrast detect years where it was like, depth from defocus, it's really good if you focus on the depth from the focal point and then return. Your father loves when you come home and you'll be in focus at some point. Like, contrast detect hell for years, and then you finally get phase detect and you're just like, let's just turn that off for a lot of this fun stuff. It's probably turned off for dynamic range boost mode for all we know. How the hell, 150, I had to dig, by the way, through that 1,000 list codec, and then I finally saw it. Anything above 150 frames per second, manual focus and a crop. Sorry about that. That's not fun. Where's my fun at? Now before you say you're the only one who cares about slow motion, no one cares about that. Sorry for bringing fun to your life, you time machine crash test dummy. This is fun. So like if I want to do slow motion street videography, oh, can't bring Panasonic. I'll just manually focus as I ride a skateboard past people trying to pretend I'm not looking at them. And then, yeah, I'll just judge that and pull it. You'll act natural still when you see somebody doing this shit, like. What are we doing? Some other things that annoy me. No auto subject detect. That's the dumbest thing. I'm in bird detect right now for all I know. I'm in auto and it just switches. It's nice that I don't have to have all these different modes. I can just choose, like I have this custom mode saved, 240 frames per second, auto subject detect. So when I go do street videography, it detects humans. When I take that same setup out with a different lens, do wildlife, it detects birds or frogs or foxes or marmots, anything. It doesn't matter. If a human walks in my shot, it detects it. Auto. You have a fun flip up and tilt out screen, but it's fatter than Sony's. So go to Jenny Craig camp and maybe stop with the hot dog meat. No ice cream for dessert on that one. Just, it's fat, it's clunk, but whatever, it's cool. You don't have an optical low pass filter. One of the most pet peeving things is my Fuji X-S1II has HD 240 and it has line skippy hell. It's just moire patterns. If you had an optical low pass filter, you might have had something. Not that you'd let me autofocus in the slow-mo, but whatever, you take control. How come we're not doing that? Like, doesn't that just help the image so much? Like, it makes it a bit softer, which we want for cinema pleasingness anyway. Who wants the most sharp image? So like not having that filter, we're gonna get aliasing at some point and it's gonna ruin your shot of a barn, of a brick wall, doing your brick wall test. Oh, look at the corner sharpness. And like all these patterns. I know your pattern. You go to bed late. But the most shocking thing is the price of this camera. It's priced up there at the highest end of all mirrorless options, really. Like in your category, you're supposed to be like below the flagship model. What's your flagship? You don't have one. There's no flag. What is it? It's the S1H II that you still refuse to make. So like you're pricing yourself out of the conversation. No one's switching to L mount for this thing. It's glorious. Don't get me wrong. Like I could run everything almost. Couldn't do slow motion street videography. There's no telephoto lenses except Sigma glass. Don't even mention Sigma. That should be a spam word right there. Can we all agree? Too sharp, flat, clinical, dumb, expensive, heavy. You're stupid, Sigma. But did you seriously just fail to match the Sony A7S III 5 years later? That's what you brought to us? You have some things, 6K open gate, okay. Imagine the D-squeeze on that, wow. No one cares about your movie. I walked out, the popcorn was soft. It wasn't even a good show. Like nobody's doing anything with anamorphic stuff. What are you filming? Street lights and shit. You're panning that. Your whole thing is like, there's a light behind my subject and now I'm moving and see how it came out? My bloom filter. You're gross. You're not producing something I want to watch. And no one cares about these specs. Like, I stabilize anamorphic lenses. No one's vlogging with anamorphic. I will soon. On a Fuji, of course. But cameras aren't rocket science. I'm just looking at a spec sheet seeing, okay, you can't do what the Canon R5 did years ago. 4K 120 with a double the megapixels. And now you're way less and still needing to crop the speed. Like you guys have no processors. Where's the, buy a Bitcoin miner or something and take the electronics out of it. Do something, add an Atari, just like controller handle has more bandwidth than whatever the hell is in your cameras. Like add a fan. So I'm not sure who this is for. Usually if you want to spend that kind of money, it better be worth it. For like Canon R5 II, it's like, it's so expensive, but like we have 8K 60 RAW and 4K S RAW, and it's like, oh my God, the best autofocus I've seen. HD 240 looks really good. And Canon lenses, EF of course, adapted, not RF. Like beautiful, beautiful screen, good IBIS. This is good. It's pricey, and if you can find a used deal, then okay, I can justify it. But this, You're not even matching like older tech. You could find an A7S III for like $2,000 probably and get better image. Maybe same dynamic range for all we know. Slightly weird colors maybe, but like I'm not seeing Panasonic colors and thinking, oh my God, the skin tones on that, they're a little red. It's not right. Something's off there. So I don't know who it's for. I'm waiting for the S1H II. If it was me right now and I want to get wildlife, I'm saying Panasonic G9 II is the better option than any of your full frame stuff. At least you got Leica glass. Who's it for? It's so pricey and underwhelming in the specs. Good stabe, good dynamic range. There's some things in there. If it's just the image and that's all you care about, glory, probably. Like, I need more. I want more. Need and want are different in my culture, but it's okay. It's available through my affiliate links if you want it. What the hell's that? That wasn't an overheating warning. I'm just gonna go on unrelated terms. It's not overheating. Hey, you donating Bitcoin? Is it a good release? It's okay. Firmware, paid firmware, by the way, if you want airy color log. You got an extra 200. Now you're paying Canon R5 II level money. I'll leave. Subscribe for more videos.